Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel HK Unique World. Hope you are well, all of one, and those who are watching my videos, thank you very much and giving the likes and comments and subscribing for my special thanks to the audience. So today I would like to talk about the Indian first empires. It was the Mauryan empires. This empire was actually the vast ever since in the history of India, the ancient history, and during the time of the Alexander invaded the Indian territories, and when he left these areas, giving the responsibility to his generals Seleucus, he embroiled and fought for different and several times with the Chandragupta Maurya, who was later become the first emperor in the Mauryan empires, and he was a great leader and also had the much capacity to fight with the huge armies. He has the advisor was named the Chanakya, and the Chanakya was also another name Kautila, and he wrote a book. It was named the Arthashastra. However, by the help and the advice of the Chanakya, the great emperor Chandragupta Maurya had got the vast empires and fighting with the neighboring states, and in this way he built consolidate his empire and most powerful empire at the time. He took several steps which had helped him great, such as he was actually given the facilities his subjects and built temples and many more facilities for the citizens, and he was the founder and the builder of the Mauryan Empire. And during the time of the Mauryan empires, several nomads, actually the peoples are coming from the different parts of the world, such as the Indo-Europeans and other migratory peoples. They were really the direct threat for the Mauryan empires. However, the Chandragupta Maurya had defeated the Nanda dynasty, which was unfamiliar in the history, and occupied the power of the northern India. At the times, now its present age, it's called the Orissa. So that was the long story of the Mauryan empires, and Chandragupta had occupied the power and ruled this northern India, which was called the Magadha. So Magadha was very famous for its cultural and historic histories. So that was really a great thing, such a ruler like the Chandragupta Maurya. After his death, his successor, his son Bindusara, who was really a great ruler also, had ruled near about 32 years. But it was the Ashoka, who was the grandson of the Chandragupta Maurya, was the most powerful emperor in the history of the northern India and also in the history of the Mauryan Empire. So Ashoka was a great leader, and he several times fought with neighboring states, like among them it was the Kalinga. The Kalingans people fought against the Ashoka. So Ashoka led a vast army, and Kalinga wars, though Ashoka had got the victory, but he had to pay the price. Near about hundreds and thousands of soldiers were killed, and hundreds and 50,000 soldiers were captives. So that was the consequence, or the result was really great and bitter experience for the Ashoka. The time he actually feel very sorrow for that scenery of the wars, and he decided to be converted into Buddhism, and he was became a Buddhist, and by the consult of a Buddhist monk. Later he actually declared himself that he believed in non-violence, and you would not be involved anywhere. From the times he maintained the peaceful, tranquil situation in his state and in his empire. So Ashoka became the peaceful ruler after later. So during the time of Ashoka, the Buddhism actually spread in the other worlds, in the western sides and to eastern sides. So Buddhism became much popular in the world religions after the patronizings of the Ashoka. So during the time of the Chandragupta Maurya, who was actually believed in the military powers, who had the near about 600,000 infantry soldiers, near 30,000 cavalry soldiers, and also near about the 900 elephants, who led a vast army against the Nanda kings and Nanda families. But Ashoka did not follow his grandfather. Rather, he led a peaceful life and became a Buddhist. So after the death of the Ashoka, the northern India actually divided in many parts due to the invasions of the nomads peoples, and also by some small species like the Hunas and the Shakas. So hundreds of years later, the northern India were divided in many small states. So the peaceful situation was no more, and in this way the Hunas actually demolished the power and glory of the northern Indian former great empire was the Mauryan. And later the northern sides were actually opened for the other Indo-Europeans peoples, and also nomads from the Persia and from the Greeks. In that way the northern India actually divided by many rulers. However, if we talk about the southern India, that was a group of people living, those who were called the Tamils, and they were talking the Tamil language, and Tamils were actually the matriarchals. On the other hand, most of the Indians in the northern were the patriarchals. However, they mixed and blended the different cultures, and the poets of the Tamils wrote many books, and the daily life of the Tamils actually lead a very simple life, and they were talking all the different kinds of languages, but Tamil was the prominent language of them. So in this way the history of the northern India becoming weakening, but